life like for the first pioneers who came to America during the 16 and 1700s? Pioneers who came to America from England, Germany, or Ireland? Well, there's no need to wonder anymore because you can see it for yourself and experience that life right here at the Frontier Culture Museum in Stanton, Virginia.
The Frontier Culture Museum is special because we are so authentic. We stay within the time period of whichever farm you are on, whether it's the tools they used, whether it's the way they cooked, whether it's the fire building, whether it's the clothing they're wearing or the furniture they're sitting on. We try to keep it as detailed to that time period as possible.
Come on! This outdoor living history museum tells the story of those early immigrants and their American descendants with a one-of-a-kind step-back-in-time experience. Visitors here can walk through the many exhibits where you can not only see and tour the traditional rural buildings from England, Germany, and Ireland, but you can also watch and experience that life yourself. Walk along the farm and watch how tobacco was harvested in the 1820s. Or go inside an English home to see how the women made cheese with fresh milk from the cows. Wherever you turn, you get a rare glimpse into the life these colonists and their descendants created and how they lived their lives. The homes that you'll see here at this museum are truly authentic. In fact, this home was built in England in the 1630s. It was taken apart board by board and brought here at the museum where it was reconstructed using this number system. You can see how the walls were built using the wattle and daub method, basically wood and mud. From how the homes were built to how the food was prepared. See and taste an authentic German meal made using the fresh ingredients grown on the farm. And it's made from a recipe that came out of a recipe book that dates back to 1730. And it was entirely cooked over a wood fire.
The stovetop or the raised hearth, you make a little fire, which is quote-unquote a flame, and it's purposely only for cooking. That does not provide any heat.
While you can see how our immigrants made a better life for themselves, you can also see how others came to America as unwilling captives. The West Africa Village shows the homes those captives lived in before being brought to America. Here, visitors can learn how those homes were built and even get involved in the building process themselves. It's all about the hands-on experience here at Frontier Culture Museum. We're here in the West African Village, circa 1700s, right? Mm-hmm. And Andrew here is going to show me how to do what's called mud puddling.
Mud puddling is a style of construction in this part of West Africa, which is where we're representing. So basically, we run it between our toes. You want to mix the clay very thoroughly as well as make it very thick, because the next step, once this is thick enough, is we'll roll it into a ball, or what we often call loaves, because it's about this size, like a loaf of bread, and that's what we would carry and then plop down on the wall. Clay just like this is what we stomped a few years ago to build all of the structures you see behind us.
Another one of the museum's newest exhibits, a Native American farm, and yet another opportunity to see how the Native Americans lived and built their homes with earthly materials that surrounded them. Here, see how reeds from cattails are soaked and used to make mats and walls for their dwellings. A fascinating look at life so long ago. This museum is always changing and expanding, that each time you visit, you'll see something new. In fact, where I'm standing is the future site of an 1870 African-American church from Augusta County.
It helps to close the circle with the African-American experience on the frontier that we open with our West African farm. And it shows a community institution that was created by African-Americans where they demonstrated leadership and managed their own affairs.
Each step you take and at every turn here at the Frontier Culture Museum offers a rare opportunity to go back in time. And it's all waiting to be discovered, and it's just a day's drive away.